Welcome to the Digital Distance Learning tutorial on HTML attributes. HTML attributes are modifiers of HTML elements. You can think of them as a way to provide additional information to HTML elements. One thing to note is that attributes are always specified inside of the start tag. They also come in name and value pairs. Let us go ahead and create an example HTML file so we can go ahead and experiment with HTML attributes. So let us go ahead and on brackets go to File, New, and let's go ahead and save this file to a new folder all by itself. So let's go to File, Save. Let's create a new folder for this lesson titled HTML Attributes. Now, inside this newly created folder, let's go ahead and save our HTML file named as index.html. In our newly created index.html file, let's go ahead and start off our file structure. First, let's declare the document type again. To do that, write less than, exclamation point, doc type as we have done in previous tutorials, and then HTML. Now on the next line, let's go ahead and write out our HTML element. To do so, go ahead and write out the start tag with the name of HTML, close it with a bracket, and brackets has automatically created an end tag for us. In between the start and end tag, we will write the body element. Again, write a start tag with a keyword body, and again, brackets has automatically created the end tag with a / sign right before the tag name. Now we have a correct structure for our HTML document. Let's go ahead and add some content that can be rendered and visible. So to do that, let's write some paragraph text. I am going to do this using the p tag, and as you see, now we have a paragraph element, and let's write some text to go inside. And if we preview our document using the live preview feature, as we can see, we now have some displayable text called some text to go inside. As it appears to us, we as humans understand that the content of this page and this text specifically is in English. However, the software that is reading the page might not. This is where I would like to show you an example of HTML attributes. In fact, there is a specific HTML attribute that allows us to specify the language of a web page. Again, this is important because a lot of the software that is reading our HTML document does not necessarily know that it is in English. So let's go ahead and write the lang attribute in the HTML start tag. As you can see here, in the HTML start tag, I am going to add the attribute's name, which is lang, and stands for language. As you can see, brackets has also suggested the attribute's name for us by writing equals and 2 quotes. In between these 2 quotes will be our attribute's value. Brackets is trying to suggest some predefined values that it thinks might be able to fit. For our specific scenario, we know that the document is in English, and we're going to go ahead and write EN. And as you can see, that's one of brackets' suggestions for the value. However, we're going to write -US to designate that the document is in US English. And as we can see, this has no real effect on what is displayed. However, behind the scenes, it will help whatever is reading our HTML document, such as a search engine, know that is indeed in English. Now that we have experimented with the lang attribute for the HTML tag, let us go ahead and experiment with the HTML paragraph that we have. The paragraph is defined by the p tag. And let's go ahead and add an attribute that we can see for ourselves on our live preview. So, inside the p start tag, we are going to go ahead and add the title attribute. The name for the attribute is title. As you can see, Brackets has suggested this attribute name, meaning it is one of the available valid names, equals, in between two quotes, I am going to set the value for the title attribute. I want the title attribute to have a value of thank you for hovering. Now, the title attribute has a value of thank you for hovering. And what the title attribute does is when you hover over the paragraph, as we can see in our preview, text will come up when you are hovering over it saying thank you for hovering. So again, the main takeaway here is that the name of the attribute is what is left of the equals mark, and the value is in our quotation. I would like to thank you for watching this digital distance learning tutorial.